talk about bears.
We could talk about bears because I'm obsessed with Care Bears, so...
I used to watch Care Bears. I just remember that. I just remember that. No, don't worry. I watched My Little Pony, so...
Someone in my office was singing the Gummy Bears theme earlier on today.
Bouncing here, there, and everywhere?
Yeah!
I cannot believe that in the first season, MC Bat Commander was the kid in that.
Gummy Bears dancing here and there and everywhere.
I kind of got into Acrobats kind of like when 2005 came around, when Charge came out, and all of a sudden, like 2012, it was like, oh, Acrobat Super Show's actually being made now.
Magic and mystery are part of the history.
Alright. So then, fantastical DM. While we hope DerKork shows up for us and poor Dennis has to deal with real life shenanigans, why don't you whisk us away with a quick summary? And I'll turn off my webcam because it's your show.
Okay. Last week, our gallant adventurers finally made their way to St. Wayland, whereupon they were asked by the local revenue men to deal with a hag out in the marshes. After a brief encounter with a load of ducks, they ended up in the church of the little town of... the little town of Garrard, in the company of Sin, the smuggler who turns out to be the local preacher, Dr. Clegg Thorndyke. Of course, during the altercation, their friend Ardeth was taken ill after a strange incident involving a Foreclaimer crystal. We rejoin our party in the church. I'm just going to switch us to there. So, should all still be there. I forgot to put the decorations in still, but yes.
That's okay.
Oh good, I got my voice back.
So yeah. Dr. Thorndyke gently closes the door and looks around the group. And I don't know what to suggest to you all. I mean, this really is Foreclaimer technology, then I'm not really the person who can help you.
So what do we do?
Well, for now, we'll let your friends rest. That'll probably be the best idea.
Is Holly still unconscious at this point, or is she waking up?
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
Yes, you can do.
I'm not tired.
I'm so sorry, everyone, for the unfortunate situation that happened. I wasn't there to protect you. Anarchy, are you alright?
Yeah, they want us to go to bed, but I'm not tired.
Oops, sorry, ignore that.
Well, do you want to tell the story that doesn't end? Well then, why don't we go into bed and we'll tell each other the story that doesn't end?
Yes.
And then we'll figure out what we want to do next after that. She keeps holding her head. She looks like she's still hurting, but trying her best not to let it show.
Oh.
Clegg thinks for a moment and just looks around the group. I might be able to help finding a little... I might be able to find someone who can help your friend, but... Tell me, how many of you have... how are you good with parties?
Party.
Is that a DerKork? Yeah, it's a DerKork.
This is.
DerKork has
DerKork.
Good
Hello.
evening.
Ricky.
Good evening. Sorry about the delay. Dozing off before doesn't work.
That's alright, we literally just started, so you're fine.
So, we didn't take a short rest.
Nope.
No, we can class this as a short rest if you'd like.
Let me just get my bearings.
So that's 8 hit points
Yes.
I get to heal. Yay! That's
Yes, I'll
just
leave
enough I
you
needed
all-
to get back to full health.
Yes, I'll leave you all to discuss your plans. I need to make a few inquiries, but I'll be back soon.
Okay!
That Dr. Thorndyke leaves you.
Ha, you guys got hurt by the ducks.
Yes.
Sometimes the passage of another can bring pain to us.
Really? I
All
thought
these
that was
little-
their beaks.
Are all these little rooms off to the side like bedrooms or whatever?
That one's bedroom, I'd say... Yeah, I'd say that one and that are bedrooms, but there's not many beds to go around. Yeah, you've got about 3 or 4 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms. One like a surplus room, one Dr. Clegg, and the other 2 are like security safe rooms sort of things.
Alright, so I'm gonna grab Holly's wrist and drag her into this room.
And we're gonna come along. And she's saying, just like what she said before in the chat, I think the story last left off in the Cloud Castle, the one with the storm bears.
Ooh. And so I sit us down on the bed and just cuddle straight up.
Aw.
And Holly gives Anarchy a hug and says, I'm so glad you're all right, and I'm so glad you're here, sharing this time with me.
I'm glad you're okay too, Miss Holly. This wouldn't be fun without you.
I love how Seph is just letting me draw on the map.
Yeah. Yeah, I've remembered everything but the furniture.
Yeah,
Could be
furniture.
worse. Someone could be drawing 2 spheroids. And then something in the middle.
As a traveling cleric, I'll just have my bedroll.
You see,
Yeah, Holly's gonna let Anarchy sleep in the bed, and she's gonna like. Lay down
Excuse you? I pull you into the bed. We're cuddling.
Oh, okay, that works too.
Looks like teammates are making themselves very comfortable.
Calf just looks to Samael and goes, I suspect I should probably stay with Ardeth. She may require specific assistance.
Alright, go ahead.
Why is everyone going to bed?
Just taking a
Samael and Jeremiah, can you roll perception?
Sure, as soon as I open my character sheet. No.
That would be a little helpful. Just a little.
Welcome to my world. Struggling to get everything ready and set up back again.
I didn't do my laundry on Sunday, so I'm gonna have to do it today because I'm out of socks.
Yeah.
And perception. Whatever.
Samael and Jeremiah, you've just noticed this gentleman enter the building.
Oh, hello, sir.
Well, hello there. Must say I didn't expect the local padre to have guests, but it's how it goes.
And what might your name be, sir?
He gives you a slight bow of the head. He just he's oozing ego, basically. He just smirks, goes, "My name is Sam Asadu. At your service."
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Sam. My name is Samael.
Samael, very interesting name.
I'm Jeremiah.
Well, I have to say, it's a pleasure to meet you both. So, might I inquire as to what you're all doing here in Galraid?
I am not certain as to how this is important to you.
I'm a man who loves to make deals, my friend. What do you desire?
What I desire, my Lord Bahamut will provide for me.
Oh, you're one of those. Yes. Right, old Bahamut, yes. Sure, I couldn't cut you a deal for anything.
Well, depends on what you're dealing in.
I'm a merchant. I deal in a lot of different things. Right now, I'm mainly selling the services of a particular celebrity.
And
You sure you're not talking about yourself?
Well, I'm
Chuckles.
well known in the Ventralian Empire, but my associate for this little trip out here, she's a big moneymaker.
And who would that be?
That would be... Well, who else would it be? That would be... Azati Kavadi.
Fuck. I had so much happen this week, I can't remember.
Jeremiah and Samael, can you roll me history checks, please?
Could be very interesting.
I want
Actually, the opposite,
Samael,
yes.
you know what I want. In fact, Samael, you try and think, but yeah, you just completely blank and give yourself a migraine.
Stupid
Jeremiah.
brain.
Jeremiah, you've been around Scorpion Coast long enough to know that Azati Katvadi is one of the best gladiators in the Ventralian Empire.
Oh, so you're with a very famous gladiator.
Well, yes. I mean, she was invited out here by Count Avon, and well, I decided to tag along and give her a little bit of business acumen out here. Samuel, can you roll me perception, please?
Hang on.
I see.
Perception. There we go. Was trying to do something.
You notice on Sam's lapel a strange triangular sigil.
But I recognize the sigil.
Roll religion.
Here we go.
Yeah, you recognize this is a symbol of Asmodeus.
You have to remind the player. Is that somebody important?
Asmodeus is the ruler of the Nine Hells.
Okay.
He's a very powerful fiend and god of lawful evil.
Would explain the attitude. That's the player, not the character.
I was gonna say, with that stealth earlier on, Squish is just literally just eavesdropping.
Just at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we're not trying to be very stealthy, so
Oh yeah, but
I
Squish is.
suppose.
Squish doesn't want
Yeah.
to see.
Not sure what to do at this point.
So, Hello?
I have an important
Hello?
message again. Late. And that is all.
Well, what are you gonna do?
What on earth is that?
That's Icy's boyfriend.
Oh.
He's a little prankster.
Yep. So I see, Samael, what are you going to do with this follower of Asmodeus in your presence?
Well, given Samael's personality, he's not going to try to piss him off. But going to politely decline his offer.
Oh well, can't be helped, I suppose. I mean, still, you're a credited Bahamut, I'll give you that. Not many people would resist my deals.
To be honest, I do feel a little tempted to get to meet your associates. After all, I heard a lot about them.
Oh, well, that's something I can probably do for free, actually. After all, Count's throwing a big fancy soiree tomorrow night. Of course, you might have to doll yourself up a little bit, but I'd quite like to see you all there.
Are you telling me this is not suitable for one of the finest barbarians? He huffs a little, and then drops the act and just begins smirking.
I like you. I like you a lot. But yes, I'm afraid society functions in this neck of the woods is kind of a little more formal. Still, I'm certain that the good Reverend can find you all something suitable.
Did we just get invited to a fancy party?
Yes!
I'm going to wreck this crap.
You're gonna have to do some work convincing Squish to get bathed and put on proper clothes.
Let's all play the bubble game.
Sam just smiles and goes, "Well, it was nice meeting you all. I look forward to proper introduction tomorrow night. But till then, have fun."
And you as well, good sir.
Jeremiah does a bow. A little bit of fancy.
Samael, Jeremiah, Squish, can you give me a perception check?
Perception? I knew that.
Yeah.
Start rolling bad now, you son of a bitch.
No.
I'm not rolling good. I'm just rolling meh.
Meh is better than eh.
Stuck in roll 20.
I'm sure Roll 20 loves you too.
Yeah, have we got a perception roll, Icy, or is it stuck in the system?
I rolled.
It's chewed up by the system.
Right.
I roll again.
There we go.
That's the kind of roll we want, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yep. Yeah, Squish, Jeremiah, and Samael, you notice an odd smell of sulfur.
Midnight, was that you?
Don't be him. As said, stone usually comes from fire dragon.
Tieflings can also smell like sulfur.
Yeah, I was wondering, Anarchy and Holly, could you roll me a Arcana check?
Yes, I will.
Heck yeah, I can. I can't promise it'll work. Yep.
I'm trying to do it. Sorry, guys. Something's going on with my system is here.
That's not necessarily your system.
There we go.
Yeah, Roll20's on maintenance today, so...
Yeah,
You have a
they
bit
had
spotty.
a problem with their API earlier.
Yeah, because it bugged out on me while I was trying to sort it out earlier. Sort everything out.
Arcana.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Arcana.
I'll tell you, I'll give you advantage. Actually, Anarchy, can you roll Arcana again? Because I'll give you both advantage on that.
Awesome.
That's the
Better.
kind of rules that we want to see from you, little child.
Little child.
I don't know why I suddenly turned Russian, okay?
Yeah, Holly and Anarchy, you just sensed a massive presence nearby.
Do you feel that, Anarchy?
Yeah. I just got to sleep too. Not because I was
know.
tired, because I wanted to.
Well, you were gonna go confront the storm bears, like we talked about.
Yeah. I was.
Those dream eaters are not gonna get us. What do you think that was, though?
I don't know. But
Anarchy
I'm gonna wrestle it.
Anarchy hugs.
Holly.
Holly hugs Anarchy and just goes.
Yeah.
"Hmm."
I don't know how to
Holly.
do the little chat thing you guys do where it like goes, your character does this.
Slash EM.
M-E-M-E.
Slash EM.
Yeah, slash EM, yeah. And then
Yeah, it's
just
not
have
the
a-
other way around.
You can also do
works.
just slash E.
Oh. Okay, so slash E and then I just type what I'm doing.
Yep.
Yes,
Slash
yeah.
E space then
Also-
typey.
Also, Holly, can you give me a religion check?
Of course.
Anarchy, I die. Okay.
Okay, I just need to know how that works.
So, yeah,
It'll always pick
you,
your
ju-
name
you
first.
just do it in third person.
Yeah.
Oh, natural one. Holly, that presence, you've only ever felt something similar when you visited the Shadowfell not long ago. But you felt the same pressure coming from Sokola as well. But
That's
the energy you sensed was definitely close to Sokola's. There has been a powerful evil presence nearby.
Stay close to me, Anarchy. I am
Always
sensing.
is Holly.
Whoa. Then she looks over at Anarchy, like right in the eyes, and says, "I'm sensing a great evil's just visited us."
Okay.
I feel like Jeremiah would put
Did you sense a
Just for
disturbance of the
remark.
force?
poke his head in. Everything fine in here. But he wouldn't disturb their sleep, so... The funny part would be one way, but he's not doing that.
Oh, so to what you want to do now?
Squish is
Samael.
going to clean off Midnight, completely ignoring the fact that she's also filthy. Baby comes first!
Mael is going to step into a room and spread out his bedroll and take a short meditative rest.
Jeremiah's going to sit down here, keeping good watch on both entrances.
Well, you don't have to worry about this one because it's covered by the altar.
Yeah,
kinda
but still,
Nothing can get up unless they actually move the altar, and that's done by a special lever hidden somewhere in the church. So
you never know.
that entrance is secure.
Yeah, but Jeremiah doesn't necessarily know that.
I don't trust like that.
That's actually the perfect amount of points that I need.
Yeah, he's keeping an eye on both entrances just in case.
Well, I was going to say this is going to count as a long rest, so
Oh,
long rest?
so who's which?
Sweet.
it's a long rest. So
I thought it was a short one. Okay.
No, we're full on.
it's
Okay.
DM kind of thought about what was going on and thought it's going to take hours. So yeah, you have
Yeah,
time for the long
alright.
rest rather than short rest.
All right. After a while, he knocks on the door and says, You want to take a little bit of a watch?
Alright.
Don't like to stick around. And why do you walk through walls?
I'm a ghost.
No, you're a kobold. Well, shape-wise.
You're a kobold, Harry.
This one's known as the Phantom.
Third dragon, Harry.
Yeah, I really hears there's 2 wizards in the party as well.
Squish has just done that thing again, or you know, like the little kitten from Tom and Jerry who like knead on the dog's back and then curl up and sleep.
Oh, Mark
That was
Anthony Cleo, yeah.
That was Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
Looney
Looney
Tunes even.
Yeah.
That's basically what Squish does whenever she sleeps with Midnight.
I'm trying to remember the name of the.
Yeah.
Go on.
The bulldog was Mark Anthony, I remember that.
Swear to God, Squish is part cat.
Pussyfoot is the cat.
Yep. So just remember the one with the cookies.
Oh yeah, where he thought he
Yeah.
got baked. That was so sad. Anyway. No more ducks.
Kiss the cat,
How-
I think it was.
Yeah.
The name of the short.
You all have a decent night's sleep,
Oh no.
and by the time you wake up in the morning, Thorndyke has returned and he's just basically clearing up the altar a little.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Ah, good morning, my friend. Did you sleep well?
As well as I can.
That's good to
That's all in
hear.
all.
Now, you kind of makes your way right down to you. I had a chance to talk to Lord Avon, and well, there is an expert in Foreclaimer technology in the village, but she's not the most social character. I think the best way for you to meet her would be to attend Lord Avon's party tomorrow night.
Well, that event. Morning.
Good morning, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. Well,
But yes, seems the party's the best idea for you all to meet this doctor.
you wouldn't happen to have anything nice for our other friends to wear? I mean, I have my vestments that counts as formal wear, but I'm not sure of our other party members.
Well, I'm sure if you went to the village store does have a small clothing section for more extravagant occasions.
I see. And about how expensive are they?
Not particularly, but I'm sure that if you just mention my name, it'll be alright.
Very well then.
What's wrong with what I'm wearing?
It might not be the best for a formal occasion.
Yes, we want something a little more fancy, and to be honest, probably get you a bath as well.
You used the B word.
Did you look, like Squish, if you actually look at her clothes, she is wearing what looks like stolen toddler clothes. They're just torn and ruined. And she is completely barefoot. Because she did steal them off a washing line.
Then I'll see if our others are awake, and then we can head out and see about formal wear. Knocks on the door. You two
Why are you
awake
looking
in
like
there?
that?
Anarchy. Ollie.
No.
Wake up, Holly. I mean,
Morning.
Anarchy. I'm sorry. Wake up, Anarchy.
Okay.
Time to wake up.
It's another day of adventure.
Adventure! Woo!
Adventure. We'll be right there, Samael. You're not dying tonight, Anarchy.
Over and knocks on the other door.
Okay. Please live, please, for the love of all the rain, live.
For you, Holly.
Good morning,
Okay.
Samael.
She's saved at last. We should go tell the others about what happened.
I
Good
burst
morning,
out of the door.
Samael.
I killed them all.
Are the two of you awake?
Samael Calf kind of motions for you to come in, Samael.
Holly,
Still-
like, moves
I
over
think
here
this
and... Sorry, go ahead.
I fear there's been no change. Whatever that crystal did to her, it's... Well, she's completely out like a light.
I see. Would you mind keeping an eye on her then?
Yes, it'd be best if I remain with her.
We've hit a bit of a snag in our research attempt, so I have to get more information at the fancy party tonight.
Well, have fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
What wouldn't you do?
That's a very good question, my friend.
A very good question indeed.
Is there anything you would like us to bring back?
No, I should be quite fine here.
Alright.
Though, to be honest, a few bags of wine would be...
Yes, we can certainly bring back some wine.
Sorry, I'm just jumping restricted.
Yeah,
But that's kind of what Dennis would probably go for.
yeah, that's agreed, yeah.
Keep that in mind.
You'd
Off
have
we
to have some
go.
emergency food supply.
Ah, Samael, you're here.
Alright, everyone. First things first, we need to go get cleaned up.
A
Well,
point of
I
order.
think
A point of order. I'm so sorry, Samael. During the night, Anarchy and I both sensed a terrible evil nearby. I would advise everyone to be most cautious.
We're probably that fancy guy.
I didn't.
Wha-
You...
A fancy guy?
No wonder it was evil. Fancy.
Yes,
Fancy?
we had a interesting visitor in the night. I did not like his demeanor. Very smug, very arrogant. But
Sometimes you need to play
This was not merely something to speak of a bad attitude, Samael. This was evil.
oh, trust me, I fully believe you. I did not sense anything myself, but he had that demeanor about him. So I
You
was
could
wary.
The player's hinting. You could always inform them that he's as far as Asmodeus.
Yes. And heck, okay, I guess that's what he does.
We should warn Sid.
Suppose we should.
This
And Jeremiah goes down and knocks on the door.
Yes? What is it?
Last night we had a visitor here.
Visitor?
Sam Osedu.
Yes, I met him the other night. Seemed a decent enough fellow. Quite genial.
Well, it seems he's not necessarily.
Evil.
Yes, that he's apparently evil, though what evil is a lot of things.
Evil is evil. Evil knows.
Some would say your mistress is evil.
Yes, times evil can be a perspective. He did us no harm in the night last night. Offered us a deal, but did us no harm otherwise.
Being offered a deal from someone so obviously evil could be of great harm. I suggest we all watch out for each other. This would be a time for unity.
Yes, I would keep an eye out for him. Still, as you say, he's done you no harm, so I wouldn't be too concerned about it.
Also, he seems to be traveling with a very great gladiator.
You must protect
What are
yourself.
they glad about?
Holly and Anarchy, can you give me a history check?
You've got it.
Womp. Womp. Bit of my street smarts do me good.
Yeah, Anarchy, you know that the Ventralian Empire, in particular in the capital city of Ventral itself, has quite a popular gladiatorial arena.
Oh. Are we going to an arena? The arena?
Perhaps
there a
later.
This might be more of a formal thing, but yes, we might encounter Azati Kavadi, I believe her name is.
Wait, formal?
Yeah, can you roll me another history check? In fact, can everyone roll me history checks?
Sure.
Except Jeremiah and Samael, obviously.
Did you say history?
Yeah,
History. Squish, I know you don't like fighting.
Squish, yeah, you don't know that much about the land outside of Holborn and the wildlands. Anarchy, on the other hand, and Holly, you both know that Azati Kavadi is the top gladiator. She is basically number one.
And I lost some of the dialogue. Did they say that that's who was with the mysterious visitor?
Yes.
Yes, she
Azadi
is,
Karvadi. And then they said her name?
yes.
Okay. Azadi Karvadi, that's the most prestigious gladiator.
That's a fighting lady.
Yeah, you also know she is the Knight of Swords on the city's Council of Masks. She's a very, very important person.
Visiting here with someone like that? That is most concerning.
Suspicious.
I sense corruption.
I sense evil.
Should he?
It's good of you to keep yourself awake and alert, Anarchy. Never forget to listen to the voice inside yourself.
The voice inside myself says it hungers for breakfast.
That I can agree with, but nevertheless, be on your guard, everyone. And I'd like someone to give me a really detailed description of this strange visitor you had.
On the way. We have things to do.
Well, personally, I recommend you should all probably go to the Silver Sound and get yourself something to eat.
Yes.
Squish immediately perks up. Oh, She was not paying attention whatsoever, but the mention of food was her. She's all excited.
Yes, first things first. Meat and ale for everyone.
I think just give me 1 second. I'm just going to change the music as well. You step out of the church into the small town of Galrad. You can see that it's not got anything in the way of city walls per se. It's more like a border, very small border drywall sort of thing, like 3 foot high, tending more to form a boundary than to be an actual defensive position.
Map hasn't changed.
And I got the name of the inn wrong.
Did you mean to not pull us across?
1 second.
We're still in the church. Hello.
Oh right, yep, sorry.
Right.
Sorry, there we go.
Stay.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you look around the village?
Try and tell my child what to do.
It's...
Right?
it's...
Do you need me to roll dragon handling?
Yes, roll animal handling.
Alright.
All I see is a black screen.
I see a
Yes.
gem.
I see
I
gems.
see 2 gems.
Yeah.
What's going on with this?
2 gems
I
and
see.
no map.
Have
Right, I have to
you
bear with
got-
just 1 second. Because I think that's, for some reason, I don't know how it got pasted onto the GM overlay,
There we
but
are.
there we go.
Darkness surrounds this place, but there are a few bright spots.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Layers hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, for some weird reason, that's decided to put itself on the GM layer rather than the actual map layer. Bear with me a minute.
I can't bear with you. I'm only human.
Didn't
We don't
you
wanna
kill?
go-
Didn't you kill bears last night?
Sorry,
Green
try that
layers.
now.
Me?
So, okay, how's that? Can you see the gem now?
We can see the gem
Oh,
here.
heck yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Hey, you see the
We
map?
can't see the other gem.
Yep. See
Good.
the gem and the map.
Hiding under the map.
Right.
Alright.
You step out of a church and into the square. It's a
Bright
nice
lights.
enough little village.
First point of order. Are there any birds? Like little flocks of birds you'd see in New York on the ground?
No. There's a couple of chickens running around, but nothing else really.
Alright.
Anarchy, don't chase the chickens.
Excuse you. I'm going to stalk the chickens like a proper predator would.
What do you
No
think
stalking
this
the
is?
chickens
What do
either.
you- Being a chicken chase, what do you think this is, a fable?
A fable?
Yeah, I thought people
Reference
might
to
have
the
got
video
that
game
reference. Yeah.
It's either chicken chaser or chicken kicker. One of the two.
Chicken chaser.
Chicken Chaser, isn't that a terrible guy?
From what I've heard.
Well, we should be on our way to the tavern. My belly is crying out for food, so...
But I'm getting the food, I say as I stalk the chickens.
Anarchy.
Midnight,
We're
don't copy the
getting
crazy
food
girl.
that someone else makes.
Maybe it's her time. Maybe it's the chicken's time.
I don't think so.
Everything has its end.
Oh, such wisdom from the voices of children.
I don't have children handling. Sorry.
Is that a new skill they're adding into D&D?
No.
You can just see, you can just see Samael with his fingers across his eyes. It's like, I'm leading idiots.
Roll perception, please, everyone.
I'm
Sure, it's not just the idiots are following you.
No, the blind.
Midnight, put the chicken down.
Anyways. Tavern. Ho.
That way.
Yeah, this way. Jeremiah and Anarchy, you can tell the tavern is here.
Yeah. I think the big sign saying tavern is a bit of a clue.
Well, to be fair, you're like 50 feet... Yeah, 30 odd feet from it, so...
Plus, is this a literate town with words on their signs or just pictures of ale?
Well, you notice
Both.
on the sign is a small silver fox.
Silver Fox Tavern, that's clever.
You make your way past the general store, which is just near, to the Silver Fox Inn, and make your way inside.
And again, seeing darkness.
Okay, you shouldn't be able to see darkness on this one because this one is one that we were using last week, so we
It
think.
might just taking its time to log in.
Yeah, could
Either
be.
that or Roll20 has done weird things and it has swapped all your graphics around.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might have done that, to be honest. Unless I can
Yeah.
see if that.
We can
Does that
work with
work?
it being a tavern.
Yeah, does that
Yeah.
work? Is that
Nope.
visible now?
Nope.
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 Let me just. Okay, it's all darkness.
Right, I think it is Roll20 being weird.
Yeah,
I propose we
you
continue
can,
until the tavern appears.
if you could turn off the light system.
Right, 1
Um,
second.
You don't have
Yeah, we
dynamic
can check.
lighting activated, do you?
That is
Sure.
active. That's active.
There
That
it
was
is.
active.
Yeah.
That was active actually on this map for some reason.
Yeah, Roll20 has kind of been messing around. It's kind of messing around with settings.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay.
And that's why I was trying to draw and noticed, okay, my drawing's going.
This
So
is why you
it's
should
all
always pay your
darkness.
candle maker.
Yeah, that shouldn't have. That was a bit. That was, like I said, last week it was fine. That's a weird
Yeah,
thing.
it probably has to do with the API.
Squish,
buggery.
Squish, I value your observations.
As you enter in, you notice a few of the
My observations,
locals.
you can't have them. What are observations?
There's a few of the locals kind of just milling around. In one corner, you see no other than your friend from last night, Sam Asadu, sat there with a drink.
Can we tell he's evil?
Roll a perception
going-
check.
To nudge Holly in the knee and be like, that's the guy.
Hold on.
He smells like Midnight's farts after he eats too many eggs.
Oh my god.
Anarchy, he doesn't seem evil, but there's definitely something off about him.
I don't like him.
I propose we steer clear of this gentleman.
Just
Oh.
stay out of his way.
I mean,
Mind our own business.
there's always the possibility that he crosses that he comes to us.
And if he
Lots of
does,
people cross each other's paths. You just have to be willing to accept where the universe is taking you is somewhere different.
Yes. And if he
So
does
you-
cross
so-
our path, then we will be respectful and we will be nice and not antagonize him.
I'll
Or
bite him.
If he
Oh.
starts something, we will attempt to resolve it peacefully.
I will bite him.
Anarchy
Not
that could lead
peacefully.
that could lead to something dangerous. If someone is truly evil, the blood inside can be infected with that evil too.
You're right. I'll
Biting's
kick him in
probably
the
not the.
shin.
You know what? Anarchy. If it comes to that, I'll give you a signal. Let's make it a stealth thing.
I'm gonna stealth right now. It's become a game.
How about we just get some food first?
You know, I can hear you talking about me.
And I'm gone.
Yeah, Sam has basically already made his way over to while you were discussing
Oh.
this.
Holly
apologies,
moves up protectively in front of everyone.
What seems to be the
Holly,
trouble?
Holly. Our apologies, good sir. Some of my party mates are a little skittish.
What
Holly
the
looks, Holly looks a little bit exasperated that Samael said that.
I don't worry about it too much. So, how are you all this fine morning?
We're just on our way. We're just on our way to breakfast. If you'll please excuse us. And Holly is literally trying to persuade the person to let them go in that short little statement with all her tone, body language, and everything else.
Roll the. Ooh.
Yep.
Sam just smiles. Goes, fair enough. Just.
Oh my god!
You don't have to roll because you.
You don't know.
24 first.
Yeah.
You
24.
got a 24. You're good.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, fair enough. But I look forward to meeting you all tonight, properly at the party. He just goes back to his drink.
Might as well. We shall see you there, good sir.
Perhaps we shouldn't attend.
Does a little bow to him before walking away.
Only if we don't attend, we don't meet the one who could help us.
I'm gonna whisper to everyone, look, have to attend. Because it's the only way we're going to get contact with the Foreclaimer researcher. To my friend.
You know, Samael, another example, you could have just said researcher.
Well, to be fair, the professors are researchers, I understand it as well.
Yes, we're looking for a specific type of researcher. And apparently, she is a very sociable one, but she will be there at the party tonight.
Yes, but in a large crowd of people, it's not always the wisest choice to express fully what your intention. I found that leads to great misfortune on occasion.
That's why we're whispering.
Often that's not enough.
Anyhow,
While the two of you
how
are
about some food?
how about you write things down and hand each other the note?
Leaving
What is
notes
this, high school?
behind is even more. Jeremiah.
And then I pop out of where I'm hiding and go, but I can eat the notes.
oh, Anarchy.
That is kind of what I was thinking about.
If it comes to that, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
For now, I am so hungry I can't even express it.
Now,
Well,
up to the bar. And Samael walks up to the bar,
As you approach the bar,
scrambles onto the stool.
you notice another elf stood behind the bar. This one's with a slightly darker skin tone, slightly closer to Ardeth's colouring. He just looks at you and goes, oh, morning, what can I get you?
Holly reaches the... Sorry, go ahead.
You go ahead.
Is there a menu somewhere we can see?
Yeah, sure. I kind of read down the menu. Got your standard drink prices like 3 silver for a pint, 5 silver for a pitcher.
Your finest alcohol, and I like bang on the table with both my fists and stand in my
you're a
chair.
little bit young.
You are drinking something healthy, Anarchy.
I will take apple juice.
Oh yeah, sure we can do some apple juice. It's going to be about 5 copper.
Alright.
And then Holly reaches into her bag and then says, "Wait. Oh dear, it's happened again. Oh dear." Then she looks over at Anarchy and says, "I've misplaced our coin." And she looks apologetically at the barkeep and says, "I'm sorry. This does happen." And like, she looks over at Anarchy and says, "Do you have anything?"
I have this much, and I just place all my. I have 5 gold. I place it onto the table.
And Holly like grabs the coins and then hands them back to her, except for the one, and says, "We'd like the difference, please."
Sure, yeah, I can do that. I'll do you all special breakfast. How about that then? It's a couple of rashers of bacon, some hot cakes, a couple of eggs. How about that?
Well, that sounds lovely. Nothing for me, I'm afraid.
That's great. I'll take extra for my son.
At this point, Sam smirks and goes, oh no, allow me. I'll cover this for you all.
Oh, well, thank you. That is most gracious of you.
think nothing of it.
Then yes, that sounds excellent. Do you want that too, Anarchy?
Yes, excellent.
Yes.
Okay, Sam leaves a small purse on the bar. The barkeep looks through and says, "Bloody hell. Yeah, sure, sir. Whatever you say."
And Holly, since you're still on special diet, maybe you could have someone whip some salad up.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Want some fruits? Do you have any fruits?
I am not a vegetarian.
Well, you don't want meat.
You didn't have any money.
I don't have any money. I'm perfectly fine eating meat.
I would
There's...
have paid for you, Miss Holly.
Well,
Just gonna point out that Sam's paid for your meal this morning.
Yeah.
you know,
And then Holly's planning on talking to him about it.
You know, we're kind of in his debt now.
And Holly says, "Let me talk to him."
What is freely given is no debt.
Anarchy.
my experience.
Sometimes even a gift horse.
Sam's gone back to his
Bring
corner.
Oh,
Beat
okay.
him up.
Maybe perhaps later then.
Oh, no, you've got to go talk to him now. You can go talk to him now.
Oh, okay. I thought he meant with his corner with a bunch of people around.
No, he's just on his own.
Holly walks over and says, as I said, most kind, most gracious.
Oh, you're quite welcome, miss.
Blessings be upon you.
Thank you very much.
Now if I can just figure out what happened to my coins. You didn't happen to see them rolling around on the ground, or did you?
Sam thinks for a second, goes, "Sounds to me like you've got a little bit of a bad luck affliction, I think."
Did this man steal Miss Holly's stuff?
Roll perception.
I think Anarchy would probably know about it.
Yeah, I was stealthing super
Oh, yeah.
hard, so...
Well, no, I think you'd know about what's really going on. Do you want to tell GM in the private message, or do you want me to tell her?
Boom.
Anarchy, you notice there's definitely something off about this guy, his eyes especially.
Okay. But did he steal Miss Holly's stuff?
No, he's not stolen anything, but
Cool.
he's definitely interested in the pair of you.
Awesome. Can I try to stealth up to him with Miss Holly, but like, unnoticed?
Yes, you can if you like.
Awesome.
And Holly says, "Tell me, is it common for people in this tavern to show such generosity?"
Well, I wouldn't really know. I'm not from here, but I do recognize fellow citizens of the Empire.
Oh, I see. Kindness for neighbors.
I'd like to think so. Helping a couple of sisters out. Roll perception.
Sisters? And then, yes, perception.
Is that me too?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, you both notice his eyes briefly glisten red.
Oh my.
Cool. So, he's a tiefling then, yeah?
Roll religion.
Should I roll religion too?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do I know about religion?
You were just... Anarchy is just throwing down the wisdom, and Hallie's like, maybe I need some bacon.
Anarchy, you know that he isn't a tiefling.
Okay. Is he a fiend?
Roll intelligence.
Straight up?
Maybe he's Asmodeus himself.
Intelligence straight up?
Yeah, straight up intelligence.
I'm not great at that.
Holly, can you roll intelligence as well?
Yes. I am perfectly fine to roll intelligence.
Oh, you know, there's something about his name that's unusual.
What was his full name?
Sam Oseidu.
Or as I would like to say, an anagram of Asmodeus. That's the player, not the character.
Yeah, Holly's got no mind for anagrams.
Yeah,
She is not gonna figure that out.
Anarchy can barely read, so...
And Holly gets distracted by like, Sam.
The only reason that Anarchy can even read
that's
as
my
much
name.
as they can is
No,
because
she
of
isn't saying that. She isn't saying that out loud. I was just saying how she's distracted.
But yes, I felt I should take a little
So-
care of you since you're being so helpful to me.
Can I pick his
Us?
pockets?
Helpful to
please
you.
don't.
Us helpful
You can
to you.
try.
Awesome.
Try.
You can try.
And,
He won't catch you, but you can try.
Does Holly notice what's going on?
Yeah. Sleight of hand.
Okay. So Holly is just saying, tell me, how exactly are we helping you?
Well, it's obvious that if you're here with some mercenaries from Holborn, you're working on a little problem they're having with shipping around here.
Wait, a problem with shipping? I'm a traveler trying to protect the world and
From
teach the world.
devastation. Do you know all
Uh,
peoples
but-
within our nation?
No, I'm trying to protect the people of the world and spread the word of glad tidings and healing of the spirit and the soul.
I was gonna say, you do remember why you were sent here, right?
Yes, she knows. She's lying.
Sam just grins and his eyes flash red again.
Meanwhile, Jeremiah still has no idea that Asmodeus and Sam are probably the same.
Meanwhile, that's when Holly says, "You're probably going to be following us around quite a bit. Am I wrong?"
Oh no, I mean, once you leave town, I'm going to be staying here a while, just taking the atmos.
May your journey lead to justice.
So did I get his pockets?
Yes, but you didn't find anything in there.
Aww.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
he can make things appear out of thin air if he is Asmodeus.
she said, "May your journey lead to justice," and did a pleasant wave, and then walked away.
And then I'm already back at the table pouting.
Just going to say, Holly, before you get up, he leans in and whispers in Infernal. Seriously though, if any of you do need help,
Holly says, "May your journey lead to justice." And then
he
gets
just nods and kind of shrugs. And just sort of sit his back.
Yeah, and then Holly just gets up and walks back.
Christ, I would have figured out that he's Asmodeus, but he's not here.
The attempts at a Tom Ellis voice weren't a giveaway.
with a 9, would Samael be able to figure out the anagram?
No.
You know, can I try
You
to
know
figure
what?
out the anagram? I want to see if I'm gonna be smart enough for this.
Yeah.
If I get this.
Anarchy, you suddenly work out Sam Aseidu is an anagram.
I have a napkin in front of me and I'm just doodling on it, practicing my letters, and I wrote out the guy's name and I just mixed it up a bunch and like, hey, guys, look, and I point.
That's better than what I thought she was gonna do, which is to suddenly shout as loud as she could, "Asmodeus!"
Yeah. Roll perception.
Who?
Anyone, really.
Gosh.
Well,
God damn it, roll 20.
Holly, Anarchy, and Jeremiah, as soon as you witness the look of realization on Anarchy's face, you notice Sam give a little wave.
Well, that explains a lot of things.
This is beyond great evil. This is.
This is the evil. I'm gonna eat it. And then I eat the napkin.
Remember, you don't want the infection of evil.
But this is mere paper, and it is
Yes,
cracked.
the paper is fine, but remember, sometimes cursed scrolls are written on paper.
I spit out
Usually they're on parchment.
I spit out the wet wad of napkin.
They're either written on parchment or sometimes on vellum.
Very
Alright,
good.
alright,
very,
alright.
very, very good, Anarchy.
I'll kick evil in the shin.
We can kick evil's
Don't.
butt.
When the time comes.
When the time comes.
For now, let's just have a nice breakfast.
Then have a little wash.
Well, first we'll go formal shopping, and then we'll wash.
It makes sense to first do the scrubby game,
I am most troubled by all this.
and then we can go and purchase items. After all, some stores wouldn't let us in looking a little far traveled.
Very true.
Some stores wouldn't let us in, gesturing to Anarchy, for no good reason at all.
Oh.
As we're talking, the barkeep returns with plates. The morning special on them. Right, here you go, one each. I hope you enjoy.
Much.
Immediately grab 2 bowls and disappear onto the table.
I try to look like I am dignified in eating a meal with my hands ravenously, because Miss Missy said manners are important, but it really just looks like a child shoving their face into a meal.
I hope you'll do better. You'll remember your manners when we have to deal with fancy people.
Fancy people.
Don't roll your eyes, young lady.
Fancy people are the worst.
Miss Missy is a fancy person, isn't she?
But she's a good fancy person.
Jeremiah,
Agrees with
And-
me.
Anarchy, I know exactly what's going to happen. You and I are going to be on a secret mission at the party.
Secret
And she looks at Anarchy and she says, you are going to pose as a quiet, elegant noble who observes and records everything with a steel mind.
I will be the best spy this world has ever seen.
I'm relying on it. And a spy must never be detected, not even in the most tempting moment. There will be traps everywhere.
Traps.
Or worse, there's a candy ball.
I got caught in one of those once. It wasn't fun.
Say, Holly, when did we become her parents?
You are not her parent.
Neither are you. I meant that figuratively.
She is with us as an equal in the group. We all must recognize each other's value.
I understand that. What I mean is, when did we become those who take care of her and teach her how to behave? When
Ever
dealing
since
with
I-
people who don't understand her.
Ever since I first met her.
I wouldn't want you guys to be my parents anyways. My parents were always like, rah, go to your room. Rah, leave us
Yeah.
alone. Rah, you're in the way.
I would never presume to be your parent, but I do work to try to protect you.
Thank you.
Don't we all? Don't we all try to...
Well said, Jeremiah. Well said. And then she goes back to like eating quietly. She looks really troubled by everything. She's like, this voyage is cursed. That's the expression on her face right now. You're all doomed if you open that camp.
Well, we only have that opportunity, and well, to be honest, I do kind of want to meet that gladiator. Tempting and dangerous as it may be.
If it's the will. And then she just goes back to eating.
Gosh, this party's gonna be a disaster with us in it, and I can't wait.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh, heck yeah.
You think it's going to be a disaster with us? It's going to be worse without us.
Eh.
And yeah, Jeremiah returns to his meal as well.
You spend about an hour there just enjoying the food, enjoying the company. Barkeep pours you out a couple of drinks, keep you going. This morning it's nothing too strong, so nothing alcoholic, but
What is this? Water? It's brown.
that would be one of our local specialties, the cocoa.
We are most grateful for your sharing with us.
Yes.
Just so you enjoy it. And, Mr. Sedu insisted we give you the works.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry, you said the works, and I immediately thought of pizza, because I work at a pizza place, so...
I just have a mental image of Squish trying the coca, and then just the eyes dilating and just chugging
The
it.
cocoa, not the coca.
It's
Big
the
difference.
same thing.
Technically,
One
sugar
makes you
technically
high,
is a drug.
the other doesn't.
Ever the sweet chocolatey drink.
Yep.
Let me have this one.
Holly sips it and says, "It's most delicious," to the barkeep. "Thank you." And then she looks
Glad you-
over at Sam.
like it.
"Thank you." And then she just like drinks.
Oh, but he's gone. He's vanished.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
of course.
at the end of the bar, you just hear tink, 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 tink. Samael chews on the fork.
And I am just... guzzling that crab.
Wait a minute.
I thought actually Anarchy would make bubbles into it, blow bubbles into it.
Oh, you are very right, but I'd have to have a straw. That's the only way you can.
Wait.
She would be creative enough to try other ways.
You were very
Dragons
right.
can drink this stuff, right? They're not like poisonous to it.
Yeah, dragons are okay drinking chocolate.
They're not dogs.
When it comes to my son's health, you can't be too careful. Why are you
But
sighing at me?
yes. I'm not sighing at you.
We
That's the
value
player.
we value your company, Squish. And oh, you asked what observations were? It means you notice things in the world. You pay attention. You pick up things that other people miss, and it's a wonderful quality to have.
Oh, the monks call that nosy.
Yes, that, except that it's a good trait.
Get the weirdest look from Colin.
When doesn't he give you weird looks?
Well, you give them to me more often when I do voices for this bloody game.
Well, after all, he hasn't heard me doing all the Star Trek voices that I have to do sometimes.
My parents know I'm weird. They just let me do whatever.
No, the benefit of having been a former voice actor.
Well, problem is all your voice acting sounds well. Sometimes it feels like all you go for is Welsh because that's where you're comfortable.
That's true. That's true.
I love your voice acting, Seph. It's wonderful.
It's wonderful. I just noticed that that's kind of your go-to.
Yeah, I do have a few voices which I've specialised in, so
And apparently Welsh is one of them.
yeah, I will admit that. I'll put my hands up to that.
Well, I specialize in doing a German voice, so that's
You're
that.
German.
Yeah, that's why it's a specialty.
That's
And
like
because I
me-
usually don't use a German accent when I'm
it's like
speaking
me
English.
boasting that I know how to speak. I know how to sound Irish.
I know like maybe a few words in German because I took a German class in high school, but then I forgot all of it as soon as I didn't need it.
I know how to say hello, I love you, ambulance, and hospital.
Yes, that's because you've watched the video.
No,
Klassenwagen!
that's because
Yeah, exactly.
Krankenwagen is the best German word.
But I'll be like, what is it? Oh my gosh, it's been too long. Ich heiße Liz? I don't know. Hello.
That is very good. Sehr
Yay.
gut.
Sehr gut.
Sehr gut. That's another one I know.
Ich bin ein Berliner.
What? I'm sorry. You said ich bin ein Berliner? It's ich bin ein Berliner.
Ich werde Schmerzen am Du.
He's a donut.
No. Yeah, outside of Berlin, we would believe he's a donut, but to be honest, we all know that it's a reference to JFK.
That's and probably had to use our routine as well.
My dad told
But,
me once
yeah.
you should always tell your loved ones that you love them, but you should shout it at them in German because the word is scary and confusing.
People only think German sounds scary and confusing because they're pronouncing it like it's.
Just listen to the German version of 3 Times a Lady. It sounds great. Du bist einmal, zweimal, dreimal eine Dame. Was nicht liebe dich.
On the other hand, I'm a little better at Spanish just because I learned Spanish like everyone does when they're in like 1st grade. So.
Yo no hablo español. I don't speak Spanish, so.
I know a song.
I think we should probably get back on track at this point.
Anyway,
We're going to be off track. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I was also trying to sort something out while we were talking, so. But yeah, you spend about an hour or so in there, you enjoy the company, and then you set out to the local store to get your glad rags for the night.
I would prefer if we go and have a little wash before, just to make certain that we
Yeah.
aren't thrown out.
As you enter the general store, you notice another elf there.
Well, that's a lot of elves.
So bear with me because I need to put you there temporarily while moving into the store. But you notice he has the same coloration as Ardeth as well.
I'm going to do an intelligence check to see if I'm making the connection that the player is making.
Oh no, please tell me the cat's not really there. Anarchy, no!
No, there's no cat there.
Thank God.
Oh.
Nope. So
French.
I see how it is.
You know as well as I do what would happen.
Yeah.
The shopkeeper smiles and goes, "Oh, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How can I help you?"
we require fancy clothing.
Ah, you're here for his lordship's big do.
Yes.
Oh, no
We've
problem.
been invited.
He kind of moves over to a little curtained off area and says, come and have a quick look around.
You too, Squish.
Squish is like kind of doing that cat murr, Like not quite a growl noise, making her annoyed.
Do I have to take you and carry you around again?
Try it. See what happens.
They'll the shopkeeper guides you in and start showing you various nice looking dresses and robes.
Would I be able to find something? Because I have like 6 big old spines poking right out of my back.
Oh, I'm fairly certain that the local seamster or seamstress can adapt.
Oh yeah, no worries. I can put a few holes in some little bit of pleating. Shouldn't take too long.
And how much extra would that be?
Well, we don't usually sell the formal stuff. It's kind of why we keep it back here. But a couple extra copper, maybe.
It doesn't look too expensive.
It's not really a major alteration. I mean, we can do it in about an hour, so.
Alright.
Holly, meanwhile, is just like staring at the clothes, looking completely clueless. Anarchy, do you have any suggestions? I have no idea.
I go around feeling everything, and then I pick up one that is obviously like 8 times too large for myself and go, this one.
Was that for Holly or herself?
Either. It is obviously not going to fit either of us.
Why are you taking a purple polka dotted dress?
Oh! The chat! Oh!
I know, it's adorable.
Give him a little fez too. Anyhow.
No, I'm sorry, everyone. This is not my area of skill.
Are there fezzes?
You notice a few hats, yeah.
Squish shall put a fez on midnight.
Okay, guys, it's time for me to jump out for a bit. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
No problem.
That's my alarm going off. I will be back.
Alright.
Samael goes over to a small section of evening gowns and picks out a lovely purple one that seems to be about Holly's size.
Holly examines it and she seems quite pleased with it.
Oh, it looks most gracious.
This should.
Yeah, I can't do her voice.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yes.
That's about the best I got.
Yeah.
Oh, that is quite divine.
Yes, and well, I have my vestments, and that's what I'll be going in.
Well, to be fair, I'm not a big clothes person either. And she picks out a tuxedo that's 2 sizes too small.
I think I could probably let that out a little.
Should probably get something a little wider. It's a little tight when I do this, and he does this, and the seams seem to be close to bursting. Yeah, probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's an idea. The shopkeeper just kind of reaches in and finds one that is the right size for you.
Alright, Anarchy's gonna sort of sniff around the loose, flowy robe stuff. And go hopping around.
Let's see, for Squish. Something that matches her personality.
To be honest, those bathrobes would almost fit her.
Perhaps.
Looks a little bit like some of the stuff I've seen some monks wear.
Well, we do have some decent size. Well, we do have some goblin-sized dresses just here, and he kind of pulls out a little rack with a few rather elaborate-looking dresses. A couple of plain ones.
Can't run in them.
Perhaps a nice robe, maybe with some fancy silk along the hems.
Well, we've got this one. He just kind of pulls one out from the same rack.
Is that alright?
Squish, if you'd be so kind to try it on, just to see if it fits.
Squish is like slowly backing away.
Come on. It's not going to hurt you.
Be a good girl and I'll give you a gold.
Woo!
You mean a shiny?
Yes, I'll give you a shiny.
Reluctantly tries the robe on.
Then you can also give her silver instead, because it's a shiny.
I have to make change.
Alright.
Oh yes, well, these all look fine. Riven Thorndyke did say
say no
you
more.
would put the bill for these.
Say no more. I'll clear with him later.
Alright.
The shopkeeper briefly puts his head through the door next to him, just off to the side of the room where you're in. Makes says a few things, and then just says, "Well, could I just have the items you'd like? I'll see to get those adjustments made."
Sounds alright. Do you happen to know if there's a bathhouse?
I think the
sorry.
best thing you could do is go to the Silver Fox. They'll probably let you use their bath facility.
Sounds alright.
Alrighty.
This is gonna take about an hour, so we'll head back there, clean up, and then come back here.
Did Anarchy pick out a dress that actually looked decent?
Anarchy picked out this flowy robe thing that sort of like mostly goldenish colors with some maybe blue or red accents.
Given her preference for fire, it would probably be red.
Okay.
Red hair. Yeah, red. Red accents then to match the hair.
Okay. The shopkeeper takes clothes and then puts them in the back room and just goes, "Okay, well, it'll take about an hour or so to sort everything out, but yeah, just come back and pick them up when you're ready."
Right.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, good sir.
Oh, you're welcome. Anything for friends of the Reverend?
Sam gives him a bow. Alright, shall we go get cleaned up then?
Baths are nice. They're very warm.
You make your way back to the Silver Fox, and to save time, you talk it over with the landlord, the barman, and he shows you through into the two small separate bathing rooms, one for ladies, one for the men.
Anarchy just stands between them, befuddled.
You go over here now, my dear, and points to the ladies' room.
You go with Holly.
Okay.
Okay,
Like
kind
one
of
would-
shepherds. Yeah, Holly kind of shepherds Anarchy into the ladies, and the rest of you kind of split off into the appropriate room.
Squish is trying to get out of there.
Squish, no.
Squish.
You can be as dirty as you want after this, but tonight you need to be clean.
No!
You need to at least look clean.
Just gonna point out, Midnight has already gone into the ladies and just kind of dove straight into the pool. He's just kind of splash. He's just kind of paddling about happily.
Yeah, well,
Maybe
that's
you
a good
want to
point.
join Squish.
Squish is perfectly
maybe.
fine in the water.
Squish, if you be a good girl, I'll give you 2 shinies.
Yeah, you can't bribe me that easily.
3 shinies.
No!
4 shinies? Would you do it for a Scooby snack?
He's just really tempted. Just, like,
We
looks at the
should
water.
probably get a little glass bauble for her. That should keep her occupied.
Yes, how about that? Go, at least get into the water and wash off the dirt, and I'll buy you a nice shiny bauble when we get out. Of your choice. Don't have
to.
You don't have to use soap. Get in the water, get the dirt off. Come out.
Fine. She like pads over to the water, like puts a foot in, and then just like the little cat jump away.
Samael just kind of walks into the men's room. Oy vey.
Let me guess. Squish is being difficult.
Can I suplex Squish into the bath?
You can try.
Okay.
Someone's
roll.
getting wet.
Okay, Anarchy, I want a strength check. Squish, strength saving throw.
I'm not great at strength. Let's see how it goes. Ah,
Yeah, the two of you struggle, but yeah, Squish easily gets out of your grasp.
okay. So I just create a giant tidal wave with my arms, splashing Squish.
Squish is now wet.
I hiss right back.
I assume Holly would probably try to help in this at some point as well.
Sometimes getting clean is very important.
Yeah, just we'll go with that's what Holly says.
See, the thing is,
Again, I'm
this is
terribly sorry.
hilarious. She hates baths, but I don't want to draw this out much longer. So I'll assume he's just not going to tackle and push her into the bath.
Yeah, pretty much.
You said you're going to get clean and you're going to like it!
So, after about an hour,
15
about
scratches
an hour,
later.
you all emerge. You found your clothes freshly laundered and dried. It's part of the
Some of
service.
these have scratch marks on these.
Yep. Anarchy's got scratched a little.
Oh,
But you all emerge clean outfits, ready for the party, and make your way back to the temple.
You'll try to bait the
Oh
cat.
my god.
You're not coming out of that unwounded.
On
Yeah,
the
it's my
way, we
chain
pick
now.
up our fancy clothes.
Yes, you pick up the
Fancy.
fancy.
I would usually say fancy dress, but that means different things on different sides of the pond.
Mm.
You also learned that Squish is not actually brown, she's green.
Well,
And the water
Oh.
is now brown.
oh.
Anyhow,
My God.
my
you
God,
should
there's a
have seen,
goblin under all this.
you should have seen Squish last we went through rain. She was trying to jump away from every single droplet.
Oh no, I dropped my guacamole. Good thing the carpet's green.
This is ingrained trauma from when the monks tried to train her to stop doing stuff they didn't like by using squirt bottles on her.
Oh.
Bad litter.
You
My
make your way.
parents said it was too much effort to give me a bath every day.
All right.
You make your way back to the temple. Thorndyke has just finished up the after, and he's just putting the stuff away.
Squish is unhappy, but is going along with it because Samael promised her shinies.
After they've got everything sorted out.
Well, do smell like a daisy, but yes.
Excellent. Like I say, Count Avon's a bit of a eccentric sort, but yeah, you should be able to persuade him to let you meet his Dr. Lugar.
Say your name was Negar?
No, Lugar.
Oh,
Lugar,
Yeah, she's
like
quite the
ligaminosis.
expert on Foreclaimer technology. She's been in the islands for a few years studying them.
Noticed that quite a... I have a question. It might be a little insensitive, admittedly. And yes, Holly, I understand that you don't like this. I don't want to be here when you're asking insensitive questions. I've noticed that there are quite a few... that this town has a rather large-ish elven population.
Yes. Yes, it does. I really can't say it's not really my place.
I just noticed that, and I found it a little bit unusual. I didn't think they were very seafaring.
Well, we have a few pockets of sea elves around the islands, but I mean, elves come and go in this area, really. But these ones are local, so
What's wrong with elves? They bleed like anyone.
no, there's nothing wrong with elves. Just we don't like to talk about why they're here in the village,
Okay.
so to speak.
Tell me,
Alright.
do you bleed? You will.
It's
Jeremiah is
more.
You're so insensitive, Jeremiah.
Okay, Thorndyke just shortens us. Look, it's out of respect for them that I don't mention what's going on, okay? They don't want people to know what's going on, so we keep it quiet.
Alright.
I can understand that.
Yes.
Well, if it pertains... Well, we'll leave it alone for now, but if it pertains to any of our mission, we will have to ask later.
I get the feeling you might have to, especially if you kind of motions over to the room where Karth and Ardeth are. If those an actual Foreclaimer, then you probably will have to find out, but I can't really say anything.
Fair enough. Confidentiality of the church is something I respect.
Anyway, it's a few hours left to the party, so enjoy yourselves. He kind of makes his way back to his room to get
Do
changed.
stuff.
Yeah. Get started, do priest things.
He has to darn his socks in the night when there's nobody there.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yes.
It's the last darn sock I darned for the next 100 years. What's 100 years for? I'll darn another sock.
For all those who got my reference. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I got the Beatles reference.
Look at all the lonely people. Where do they all come from?
All the lonely people. Where do they all belong?
So yeah, you've got the next few hours to get prepared, get yourself glammed up.
I should probably change my hairstyle because it looks a windswept mess. I don't know what to change it to, though.
I'll help you.
Meanwhile, Samael's trying to struggle to get Squish into the robes. Come on, put these on.
You know what I want? Strength check and strength save.
You said you'd be a good girl. Oh, wait, hang on. Me.
Yeah.
You said you'd be a good girl. Put them on.
Fine.
I was gonna say that is a 5 strength save from Squish.
Yeah.
Look, these ropes.
Yeah.
These ropes even have pockets.
Yeah, Samuel, you managed to get Squish into the robes, and you're about to consider trying to sort of her hair out, but
You can only wish for so many miracles.
yeah, unless you want to try, in which case dexterity.
Not try dexterity save. Or
And
make throws.
Squish, can you give me? Oh, yeah, you managed to drag a brush through that hair and style it quite nicely, despite Squish wriggling about.
You need to look nice.
I was gonna say, Holly and Anarchy, you notice a small makeup kit's been left in your room for you to use.
Awesome. I avoid the crap out of that one.
Now, don't turn into a clown.
It's just a dolled up Squish, just like pouting in the corner.
I'm starting to get comfortable in my Holly voice, though it's still just far away from.
I'm not going to ruin anything for what I've got planned in the future, but I cannot wait until you get to one of these particular islands.
And after Samael is done with Squish, he sits there for an hour trying to get his breath. Fucking hell.
Now we have to dress up the dragon. That's going to be worse.
Oh, the dragon's quite content sitting there with his little bow tie and fez.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Midnight's absolutely loving it.
Yeah, I think Midnight's already done. Though the bow tie looks a little soggy. Someone didn't take it off when we handed the nice stuff back over.
Well,
We
just
should
noticed-
have put him a little
no-
waistcoat. That would have looked really cute.
You just notice him kind of trying to breathe on the bow tie to try and dry it off, even though he doesn't have fire breath.
Because I can see Squish actually not taking off the bow. That's why.
And
Well, Squish had more pressing matters at the time when when Midnight dived straight into the bath.
No, I mean, back in the general store when we were clothes shopping.
Oh, right. Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
And after Samael recovers, he comes out in his vestments, nicely pressed.
Jeremiah's wearing a tux that actually fits. Don't know why I went with the tux, but probably because that thing goes with everything.
Before night comes out, I goes, well, let's see you already. Shall we make our way there?
Yes, Reverend, lead the way.
Oh, of course.
You want to tell the professor we're leaving?
Hey, Koth! We're going to a fancy party. Watch over her, alright?
I will. Have fun. Remember the wine.
Yeah, right.
You make your way.
His character's an alcoholic off screen.
You make your way from a church, start heading. Because we're on the right one. Start heading north, out of the town, towards the mansion that you can see just outside. As you make your way there, you're greeted by the footman as Thorndyke shows off his invitation. And you're led into the ballroom. I need to make sure we're on the right one here. That's the one. And I'm just going to find the music. You can all see that, can't you?
Yes. We can
Yes,
see.
so...
That is what we can see.
Excellent.
I see a ballroom of Castle Sanssouci.
Sorry, you play music?
It sounds like we're about to have a battle in a ballroom, and I love it. Aw.
That's what I was looking for. It's, you make your way around. There's not many guests. It's obviously more of a quiet get-together rather than a full-blown way, hey, let's do things in the punch bowl kind of party.
Well, with Anarchy, you never know.
That's true. But you notice there's a bit of a crowd gathered in one particular corner of the room. And you notice a large black-scaled dragonborn woman is at the centre of this little group. Wearing a very tight-looking dress. Not by design, but mainly because of her muscles, basically.
Yeah, right. Not by design.
No, well, look at her. It's not by design.
Yeah. Even the seamstress can fix that, but it's not by design. Look, she likes to show off her muscles. That's okay.
Fun fact, I have been in the room in that image.
Alright.
That's in a Russian, it's in St. Petersburg.
Huh.
It currently holds... It was the former military academy? Or officers academy? And before that, it was an aristocrat's house.
Oh, yeah, I think of... Yeah.
Sickeningly decadent, but I'm sorry to derail it, I recognized the room.
Oh, it's alright. To be honest, it was the only photo I could get who actually works, so...
Could be worse. You could have someone do a 3D render. That's terrible.
But yeah, this Dragonborn woman is just talking. She looks a little bored, but bored with the attention. But yeah, she's mingling, and you notice.
What is her barbarian or her name? In the ring or whatever.
She wrestles by the name of. She fights by the name of Azati Kavadi.
No, that's her actual name. Her nickname / ring name is, if you give me a second, I'm just going to have to double check this, because I have it written down somewhere. Because this is a character I've actually rolled up, so... I find the... Where is it? There it is. Shatterstrike. She's known as Shatterstrike.
Awesome.
Yeah. Her feud with the hulking Hogan was devastating. The hulking Hogan, not Hulk Hogan. He was a half orc. She cut him down quite a bit.
In the meantime, roll perception.
Archers can stand up to the Hulkster. Perception.
Stupid girl.
I am destroying rolls today.
Yeah.
Anarchy, Samael, you suddenly notice someone has just come up behind you, and you recognise it's Sam. Well, it's glad to see you finally arrived.
Oh, well. Yes, we wouldn't miss it for the world.
I'd miss it for the world.
Well, I suppose I should probably go and introduce you to my client.
Lead the way, good sir. I'm quite excited to
Sam
meet her.
leads you over to Azati. You also notice that she's talking to a reasonably tall gentleman with a widow's peak. His hair's greying a little bit. Kaivon, of course, Azati. May I introduce Samael, Squish, Anarchy. He basically introduces a party to them, basically.
You forgot Jeremiah. Okay.
Jeremiah. No, I forgot Holly as well. It was just taking too much time to say every single name.
I just had a thought. This is a black dragonborn. How would she react to Samael? Because his vestments would have the sigil of Bahamut on it.
Roll perception.
Give me a second.
You can't really tell, but she doesn't seem to be paying that much attention. So, you're more people, he's kind of looking you all over. Well, I suppose it's a pleasure to meet you all, but...
Have you ever bitten an enemy?
She kind of looks at you and just smirks, and she just goes, "Oh, you have no any idea how many times I've done that."
I have teeth for biting the enemy, and I just bare my sharp teeth at her.
She just smirks, and obviously because of her black dragon heritage, she can't really hide her teeth. She goes, you ever been in the ring, little one?
Ooh. I've never fought in the ring. I want to. But Miss Holly says that's for bigger people.
She's wise, but yeah, I can tell you're a little fighter.
Yeah. There's a lot of excited wiggling happening. You could tell Anarchy's trying to hold it together to be the fancy person, but it's not doing super well.
This point, say Count Avon kind of. So it's a pleasure to meet you here, a friend of Clegg.
Clegg. I forgot who Clegg is.
Reverend Thorndyke.
Yes.
You told me you have a bit of a problem. Friend of yours?
She's sleeping.
Yeah. I think it might be related to some curiosities.
Well, he mentioned Dr. Luger, but frankly, I'm not sure how much help she'd be unless you got a, Foreclaimer related emergency. She's an archaeologist, not a medical doctor.
Well, it would be interesting to hear her position on a few things.
Certainly, I mean, she'll be down in a few minutes. Meantime, just enjoy yourselves and mingle, really.
Well, in that case, Miss Kavani, would you care for an arm wrestling contest?
I didn't quite catch that, Cork.
In that case, Miss Kavani, would you be interested in an arm wrestling match?
Fine, I thought...
I know. Everyone's doing it. I understand. Of course.
No,
If you don't want
seriously. Seriously, I can't stand these kind of parties myself, but you know, this is really going to help my night pass a little bit faster. What did you say your name was?
The name's Jeremiah Undermin.
Well,
Pleased
Mr.
to meet you.
Undermin, I'll gladly accept your challenge. Just hope the table doesn't break. She grabs a nearby table, puts it between you, and gets into position, ready.
Jeremiah puts his hand in position as well.
Okay, I want you to roll strength.
I got $50 on Rectal Exam Bot.
Okay, and another one.
Oops, not doing so great.
And another one, please.
Nope. Well,
Roll one more for me, please.
and back to the beginning.
Yeah, it's a bit of a struggle, but yeah, you eventually get her arm down.
Well, that was great fun, and thank you for letting me win.
Oh no, you won fair and square.
He said that with a wink of an eye.
She just still says, it was a good challenge. You're pretty strong, you know. I mean, you use people like you in the Ventralian army.
I start shoving Jeremiah out of the way. It's my turn.
All right then.
Set up my tiny arm on the table.
She just grasps your hand and then just give me a strength roll.
All right.
I'll laugh if she wins.
Well, in that case, she would definitely.
And
take
another. And another, please.
Let me guess. She's winning.
You just slam her arm onto the table.
There was like a lot of scrabbling with my other arm and like gnashing of teeth and stuff. Like I put a lot of effort into it.
She just smiles. She's just having fun with this. She doesn't care if she wins or loses.
I do a small little victory dance, a tiny one, because I'm trying to be formal here. Come on.
Well, that was certainly a lot of fun. Certainly livened this party up.
Also, if you guys didn't notice, Anarchy is not wearing shoes.
Neither is Squish.
It's kind of the one thing Samael forgot, but also knows it would be an even bigger challenge.
Getting Squish into shoes, virtually impossible.
Anarchy always walks around barefoot.
Yeah, she would be carrying her shoes by the hand, so...
So, speaking of Squish, what's the shiny situation here?
Not brilliantly shiny. There's a fair few shiny baubles around the place, but it's not very ostentatious.
Squish is going to pocket if she can.
Yeah, you managed to nick some of it. Ashtray.
What do I get?
It's glass.
You get an ashtray. A gold ashtray.
If there was something I wanted, I would just borrow it.
No, just straight up stolen.
The party's going quite well. You're there a couple of hours. Eventually, Lord Avon, Count Avon kind of motions for you to come over.
Cool. I'm gonna take, now that adults are doing stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and go on my secret stealth spy mission that Holly assigned to me and make rounds of the room in super stealth mode.
You're
And just
very
listen in on random conversations.
You're doing very well, dear.
Stealth mission time.
Well, stealth for that.
But... yeah, no one notices. Count Avon looks at you, looks at you all, just goes, "Okay, Dr. Luke is prepared to see you now. Just in the next room." Kind of guides you over to the door and lets you in. You go inside, and you notice someone is sat in a high back chair, but you can't actually see them. Well, are you going to actually talk to me, or are you just going to waste my time?
Oh, my apologies. Wasn't sure who we were talking to. Allow us to introduce ourselves. I am Samael Morningstar. This is my companion, or my companions, Jeremiah Undermin,
Pleased to meet you.
Holly Feather. I forget, is it Featherlight?
Yeah, it's Featherlight. Olive Featherlight.
As-
Villain Monk Squish.
And I snuck into the room with them after doing my secret spy round.
And our lovely friend, Anarchy.
Well, I'm a busy woman, so please make it quick. What is the problem?
Well, we understand that you're quite the expert on Foreclaimer technology.
That is right, I'm one of the few people with the sense on this coast to actually study the Foreclaimers. So,
Well,
what exactly is your interest in the Foreclaimer technology?
Well, we have someone who has had a little with it, with what we think is Foreclaimer technology.
You think is Foreclaimer technology?
Look, you know this stuff way better than I do. I'm just a humble carpenter.
the item in question was about a 3-inch long crystal, blue in color, and seemingly indestructible.
That sounds like pretty much every Foreclaimer crystal.
Also rejecting anyone who's not a Foreclaimer, it seems.
She kind of steps up. She's wearing a reasonably tight dress. She's clearly just wearing it for the party. She's uncomfortable as hell in it. And she turns to look at you all. As you realise she's a half-orc.
Jeremiah just smiles.
So, your friend, this is... to be honest, Foreclaimer crystals don't usually react that way to just anyone touching.
Well,
He tried to attack it. He tried to break it.
That was very silly.
What would you say if we said that we happen to know an actual Foreclaimer?
I would say you're either lying or crazy. Or they're
You're-
lying or crazy.
We are both. Wait, neither of those. Wait, one of those.
What would it take to persuade you to the church to see our friend in question?
Could you repeat that, please, Icy?
Sorry. Samael said, what would it take to persuade you to come see our friend in question at the church?
She kind of strokes her chin a little. Do you still have the crystal?
I think Professor Carp
Didn't I
had
pocket one of those?
and
Thank you,
Yes,
pocketed
Anarchy
one.
should have it on her, actually.
Oh, yes, by chance we do. Anarchy, would you show her?
I didn't tell you guys I had it. I just pull it, like, I reach deep into the pockets of my robes, like, deep in there. I like, this.
Dr. Luger takes it, examines it very carefully. It shouldn't have caused any problem whatsoever.
It was differently colored. The one I have is
No.
blue, right?
Yeah, blue. It's same color. Yeah. She goes, yes, blue's a data crystal, so I'm not sure quite why it would cause someone to be knocked out.
The other one was red, right?
No, the one that is currently in Ardeth's body is her yellow power crystal.
Forgot what I named this power crystal, the blue one. It's like sea spine, right? That's what I named it.
Something like that.
Well, and what would a yellow crystal be?
The yellow crystal is your standard solar collector power crystal. Foreclaimers used to use them to power everything. Cities, weapons, even themselves.
Ooh, why would it sit in someone's body then?
That's how they used to power their abilities. They used to be... It's... how can I put this? They were once regular elves, the ancestors of our own high elves. Or so they purported to say. But yes, it is quite interesting.
Well, and you wouldn't think that they might have some sort of receptacle right around the stomach area for these crystals.
Roll perception. Give me 1 second.
How stealthy is she?
Yeah, you just notice her eyes go wide as you say this.
By the way, as she's holding sea spine or whatever, I am just eyes on it, making sure she doesn't like try to take it.
This friend of yours, you say she's a Foreclaimer?
Maybe.
It certainly does look that way.
I would very much like to see this person.
Well, as Ed, if you would be so kind and accompany us to the local church.
Of course, but please give me a while to get out of this stupid thing.
Does that mean I can too?
Wait until we get back to the church, my dear. Your other clothes are there.
You will have to forgive me, Count Avon, but I must tend to this. If she's in need of Foreclaimer, I must examine her. Of course. Dr. Luger goes off, comes back about 15 minutes later with all of her gear, with her... She's got a long sword with her. Right, lead the way then, please.
Count Avon, it's been a pleasure, but
Yes, I understand. Your friend obviously needs help. So if you ever need anything, let me know. You make your way back to the church. It's a very quick run. 1 second, I need to get a character token in there.
yeah, and probably the ball music should go.
Yeah.
We
Working on
didn't
it.
mess up the party too badly.
No!
Surprisingly.
Squish immediately throws off the dress and grabs her old clothes and just scrabbles them on.
By the way, what gossip did I learn on my rounds from fancy people?
You
Good gossip.
learn that a lot of people were making fun of Commodore Makepeace.
Commodore who?
The guy from the last time we sent you to go kill the hag.
Yeah, there's Commodore Hagface. Commodore Smugface, of course, you heard.
I'm sharing this as we're walking back.
Just need to move him.
Sorry.
Hey. So you make your way back to church. Get you to. Yeah, is it everything right?
Fell on my tailbone yesterday.
Oh god, I know how bad that can be.
That's worse than spraining your ankle.
I bruised my tailbone once.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I bruised it yet because nothing's shown up. But
Yeah, my brother scared me so bad that I jumped into the air and curled up into a ball midair and then just landed straight on my butt.
Wow.
every time I
Yeah, it's
move,
not good.
it hurts.
Well, you feel better soon, man.
Yeah.
You
But the
make
fact
my...
that you're not constantly screaming in pain suggests that
Yeah,
you bruised it
I
and did not break it.
Yeah, I fractured mine when I was years and years ago. I couldn't walk for the best part of a week.
Yikes.
Yeah. Anyway, you make your way back to the church, and Dr. the guy's kind of looking around. Well, there is she?
In here,
Dr. the guy makes her way over and goes. Steps out to give her a little privacy, and you watch as she starts to examine Ardeth. Opens up the arm.
Did you bring me my wine?
oh, yes, here.
I knew it.
Single
almost
wineskins.
forgot
Much
something.
appreciated, my friend.
Yes. I actually forgot how the voice worked. Sorry
Uh,
about that.
Roll perception, please, Samael and Anarchy.
Okay.
Perception.
Perception. If you're doing anything weird.
Yeah, she's already opened up Ardeth's armor to check the crystal aperture. She's basically examining it, make sure it's intact. And she's just about to take off
watching like a hawk.
She's just reaching to take off Ardeth's mask.
Okay, I think I'm gonna
Shout
stop
don't.
that. I'm gonna stop that one.
Yeah, so Samael.
Like,
Gonna-
catch a wrist or
Okay.
something.
Give a little knock on the door.
Divine ammo.
I wouldn't. I'd suggest you not do that.
Taking off
That'd be
masks is an
persuasion.
invasion of privacy.
God damn it.
Persuasion. I don't see what's wrong. I mean, most Foreclaimers don't even bother wearing masks these days.
Privacy.
Let's just. Jeremiah's noticing it, just moving over. Let's just say that she went a bit feral last time she
She
got
what?
the mask off.
She got all bitey.
You're telling me that... Hang on, did she start... What exactly happened? Explain to me what happened.
Well, she started glowing red.
Yes,
Glowing red?
her lines changed from the gold there to a red.
This sounds unusual. Suppose there's no other option, but... First thing tomorrow, I have to take you out of town to meet someone.
I like
That's-
these people.
We'd best leave her here for now. Actually, would any of you be able to carry her?
Jeremiah? Our strong boy?
I can at least try.
Good, because frankly, her lines turning red that is very unusual.
Well, I do have a hypothesis, but not necessarily a good one.
And you're saying she went berserk after she sensed the crystal being nearby?
Yes.
It is very unusual. Very concerning.
He
You see, this
said it was hers to take.
She said it was hers.
I'm not
Right.
certain that it's...
And then she replaced that crystal with her own, and then she got very sad, and then she wouldn't wake up.
This is very strange. In all my time studying the Foreclaimers, I've never come across this. But yes, as I say, we should get a good night's sleep, and... well... I'll have to take you to see my friend in the morning.
Of course.
Mind if I ask what your friend is?
She kind of just looks around and kind of motions to Ardeth.
More
I
like
thought
her.
so, but still.
See. Well, tomorrow should be very interesting then.
Indeed. Still, this is not good.
You're telling me.
Does she get up to leave?
Yeah, she gets up to leave.
I stop her and make grabby hands.
Oh, of course. Yeah. She gives you back the crystal.
Yeah, and
I
I tuck
should
it
warn you.
way back into the recesses of my robes.
I should warn you, my friend will want to have a look at that as well.
Okay. But this is it is C-Spine, and it is my friend.
Very well. She kind of steps past you all and heads back to the mansion.
So, what did we just achieve?
We might have found someone. We have found someone who might be able to help Ardeth. Or at least tell us what the hell is going on with.
Because right now I feel like I got a bath for nothing.
Now, tomorrow you can get as dirty as you want.
Mud
Go roll
You're
roll.
already back in your regular clothes, so...
Yep.
Go roll around in the pigsties for all I care.
We should get mud baths.
Yes, mud is very healthy sometimes.
Oh, also question. If Samael, or... if Jeremiah is unable to carry her,
You can help if you want to.
well, I was going to suggest that we use our dragon friend here.
How?
He's only tiny. He's about the size of a large dog.
Look,
Oh, really? Okay.
you
I thought he was
wouldn't,
bigger.
you
No,
wouldn't
he's
ride
not.
You're
You
not
wouldn't
using
want
that
to
big
ride-
as a beast of burden.
a large shepherd's dog.
Why was I thinking he was bigger than that? Anyways,
Yeah,
mean-
never mind then.
that's your perspective.
Stop!
You're making me so uncomfortable right now, Jeremiah. You don't even understand.
Yes, that was the perfect comeback.
Storms off. I will attempt to help if you're not able.
I should be able to this up. It's not like I didn't have to carry around large bags of potatoes when I was working at a farm many, many years ago.
Oh, yeah, but that was years ago. You could have been sitting on your ass for all those years for all I know.
He's a buff boy. He'll be fine.
In the meantime, I have built houses.
Yes, that actually quite a bit of physical labor keeps you nice and fit. Well, I suggest we all get some sleep.
I suggest we set up a little bit of a watch. I know. Just in case anything happens with Ardeth. She wakes up and is confused and attacks people.
We
Or something like that.
could maybe tie her up.
Or maybe someone comes in and tries to take her.
Waking up and discovering you're tied up is not fun. You panic very hard. I would know.
We not only need to protect Ardeth, but Holly and
Don't worry,
as well.
Caps goes, don't worry, I can keep an eye on Ardeth.
Well, the bird will.
How about this then? We'll set up 3 watches. I'll take first watch. Jeremiah, you'll take second. Squish, you and our dragon friend will take third. That way we can all at least get some rest.
Yeah, okay, I suppose. That makes sense.
Okay, so that's what we're doing.
And we could even hot bed. That's when the bed is actually pre-warmed by another person.
Like a
Someone
toilet
else.
seat.
Not exactly, but you're getting in the right direction.
Exactly like a toilet seat thing. Got it. Isn't that just the creepiest feeling in the world, though?
Yeah, but hot bedding is actually it's an actual thing.
Yeah,
It should be a lot more common.
I mean, they have they actually have heated toilet seats in Japan, so
Yeah, yeah.
I knew someone, they had a cowboy plumber in who mixed up the hot and cold pipes, and they couldn't get it fixed for a few days, so their toilet ran with boiling water. So you'd be
Oh,
sitting on the
no.
toilet and your arse would be getting steamed.
Mm.
I mean, it just opens up the pores on your butt, though, you have to admit.
Yeah, it was a very interesting sensation.
Well, no need for the sprayer that you get in Japan.
Mm.
a bidet.
I'm not even gonna
Yes, of
I'm not
course.
even gonna say what went through my head just so.
Why are we getting so far off track? We could almost just follow.
Yes.
Do that.
Okay, who's taking
Because
the
of
first
Anarchy
watch?
did something random.
Of course I did.
Samael's taking the first shift.
Right. You don't really
Jeremiah's
notice
taking second.
Okay. You don't really notice anything other than Reverend Thorndyke coming back home from the party.
A little tipsier than usual.
Not really. I mean, you know what we say, don't get high for your own supply. But yeah, it's basically an uneventful evening because, you know, the village is fairly safe. You know, there's not much going on.
Yeah, still with Asmodeus being about running around and about. Better safe than sorry.
Anyway, it's not long before morning starts to come, and you can see Squish taking that last watch.
Yep.
Yeah, you're in time to hear a soft knock on the door.
I wasn't asleep. Who is it?
So you're going to answer the door?
Yeah, just be going like open it up just a tiny crack.
Okay, 1 second. I need to move. You open the door and you see Dr. Lugar stood there. Right, I suppose you're all ready to go?
I think they're still asleep. If you want, I can go kick them.
Yes, as soon as we get to where we need to go to, the better.
Okay. So go and wake Jeremiah and kick Sam.
Ow!
That's for the dress. Anarchy.
Yeah, alright.
Wakey,
Are you
wakey.
trying to shake me awake?
Hello, look. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Sorry.
So you try to shake me awake? I try to bite your hand.
Come on, the two of you, cut it out.
No.
Look, Anarchy, we have to get up.
No.
Yeah.
We might find shiny things.
Fine. Grumpily get up. And you notice I didn't change out of the fancy clothes at all. I just straight up slept in them.
Eddie, come on, sweetheart, time to wake up. Come on. Just give him like the really gentle, like little snit strokes and all. Just come on.
He just yawns and steps up a little grumpy.
Jeremiah knocks on the door. Professor,
Yes.
it's time we get going.
I'll remain here. You best take Miss Ardeth and make your way there.
All right. I presume strength check.
Yeah, presumed. Yeah, strength.
Presumed. Yeah.
Yeah, she looks big, but she's very light.
Well. Question is, how do I carry her out? Bridal style or
It's up to you.
sling her over my back?
Again, it's up to you.
Probably more. It's probably better to carry her bridal style, given that I have the great hex on my back.
Fair enough. You just kind of scoop her up. She kind of flops on, her head flops back, kind of. But you got a good grip on her, and you're able to lift her no problem. Carrying on.
Come on, Ardeth. Thought I would carry another woman, but okay. This way first.
You got older. I was gonna pop her outside of view since she's gone wrong.
Just pop me outside of view if
Yeah.
you just.
Yeah, for argument's sake, you're carrying her.
Okay, do I have to add it to my inventory? One Ardeth. Nah, just joking.
Okay. The guy just because it's just kind of looking very impatient at this point.
Well,
Anyone woke up Holly?
Where is Holly? Oh. Holly,
I'm coming.
Okay.
Holly kind of makes her way out. She's gotten changed. She's ready to go.
we're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
Well, let's get going. Come on. The guy leads you all out and takes you out of town, heading to the 1 second. Little marshes just to the north of town.
This is where I would take somebody to make their body go missing. And I like say that cheerfully and just kind of like, bop into like some invisible beat or something. I said it like it was a totally normal conversation thing.
You are an unusual child. You make your way through the marshes. Could everyone make dexterity saving throws, please?
Uh-oh. Dexterity. Don't fail me now.
25.
Whoopsie doodles.
I have +6 to that. Holy shit.
Oh.
Hang on. Dexterity.
Wait, a saving throw? Is that the same as like just clicking on dexterity or no?
No, it's
No, it's-
Oh, there
to
it
the
is.
right. There's another dexterity.
There we go.
Saving.
You all make your way through the marshes. You're a little bit unsure on your footing for a few of you, but you're pretty much able to get through. I mean, Lugare's used to coming this way, so you're just following her footsteps, really. But
Yeah.
eventually, you make your way to a small cave. And as you go inside, Lugare turns to you and goes, "How many of you are able to see in the dark before we progress?"
My hand shoots up.
I can.
Believe I can as well.
Looks like I might be the only one who can't.
She strikes up a torch and hands it to you, Jeremiah.
Kind of difficult. I'm holding a woman.
Oh, she kind of holds the torch up and says, "Come on then, follow me." And starts leading you through the cave until you reach a strange doorway with large metal doors. Anyone who's paying attention, I'd like you to roll perception, please.
18.
Nope. The walls are made of wool. The steel doors are made of steel.
Just
Not
give me one
that
second. Yeah, Samael, Anarchy, and Squish, you'll notice these patterns on the wall, the door, they're glowing very slightly. And it's similar to the patterns on Ardeth's skin.
Should they be doing that?
Don't worry, it's what we're here for.
Fancy.
She gently leans in and whispers something in what sounds like Elvish. And the doors slowly swing open to reveal a small underground town. 1 second, transfers to it.
We just got led into the City of Miracles, y'all.
I heard about this. They sang a song.
Are we able to see that?
Yep.
Yes.
As you walk through the town, I'd like you to run perception checks, please.
Sure.
Because everybody's great.
Just want to point out, Lizzie, now the Court of Miracles song is going through my head. Where the blind can see,
just
and the
overruled.
lame can walk.
Okay, let's see what we've got here.
Apparently Samael doesn't want to look.
Yeah.
Sorry, give me a second.
Yeah.
Of course.
Samael, you're too preoccupied with being in an underground city. But everyone else, you notice the place looks almost abandoned. Very quiet. There's people here, but not many.
Yes, and all of them strangely remarkable to Ardeth.
I am waving at
Yeah,
all of them.
they all look like Ardeth. They have the same skin tone, the same glowing yellow lines on their skin.
You know, I'm
A few
waving
of
to all
them
of
might
them.
be wearing a mask.
I'd like you to run an investigation check. Please, Jeremiah.
What am I doing something wrong here for you?
Yeah, you notice none of them are wearing masks.
Yeah.
This place gives me the creeps, and I don't know why.
You notice that the people here seem a little uneasy seeing you, especially seeing you're carrying another Foreclaimer with you, but they seem to be a little more at ease that you have Luger with you.
Does my waving not put them at ease? Ah.
No, they're... I'd like you to run perception, please, Anarchy.
Womp. Womp.
They sense the madness on you.
Was it Lost in the Works?
So sorry, your
13.
voice cut out like hardcore.
13.
Yeah.
Was
13.
The perception check by Anarchy.
1 second. Yeah, you notice there, it's not you that's putting them off. It's the person being carried. It's Ardeth putting them off.
Ardeth, you're making us look bad.
Oh, great.
Luger is speaking to one of them quietly, motions to Ardeth, and this particular Foreclaimer just shakes her head and says, please, can you follow me, please? And leads you into a large building at the centre of the town. Dr. Luger looks to you and goes, now then, I trust you will all behave yourselves.
I will try.
Good. Mr. Behalef is... he is not used to visitors. It took me a long time to get their trust. But I'm certain if anyone knows how to help your friend, he will. You're led into a small room and sat at what appears to be a lab table is a Foreclaimer. He turns to look at you and goes, I see that you are with a friend, Professor. Please, how can I help you?
Well, as you can see, after she... how do I best put it?
Our friend here has fallen ill.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
Bring her to the table at...
Sorry, Seph, you cut out there?
bring her to the table, let me have a look at her.
Alright. Jeremiah's carefully placing her on the table. Word of warning, sir. It seems that she might be more dependent on the mask than most of you.
I see, the mask. That is unusual. We roll perception.
Who's rolling perception?
Anyone who's paying attention, really.
Oof.
Ooh, you know I want Anarchy.
I know what you want.
Anarchy's distracted by the fancy lines on the wall.
Yeah, pretty much. Anarchy, you don't notice, but everyone else, you notice the colour starting to drain from his face.
Is something
It is
wrong?
not...
Is that a bad sign?
Yes. How did she end up like this?
Well, as I understand it, she smelled or something. She sensed a data crystal.
Do you have this data crystal with you?
Anarchy?
And hand into the globes and pulls out C-Spine.
He
Thank
takes it, looks at it, and you just see his eyes are just wide. He's in shock.
What is it?
If you don't mind, I'm going to have to remove the mask.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Don't worry. She's in this state. She won't be waking up.
Alright then. Still. He hefts his mace.
You watch as he very carefully reaches to the mask and pulls it off. He mutters something in what sounds like Elvish and puts the mask back on her. May I ask, what actually happened when she sensed the crystal?
She went all
She went basically berserk.
She tried to kill you, didn't she?
Yes, basically.
Yes. You seem to know more than even she did. She did not know her origins.
What exactly happened?
Well, we arrived at a place. She sensed the crystal, said it's mine. Decided to shoved it into her receptacle, and then she got really, really sad.
There was the thing we saw. And Squishes just kind of look at Samael.
Well, wait, you saw something?
When we first tried to look at it, it played a message. Like a little illusion thingy.
It told you not to give her the crystal, didn't it?
Yes.
I legit can't remember what it said.
Yep, that's exactly what it said.
Very much.
Says the player.
Yeah.
So she... Let me guess. She is the one that message was talking about.
Yes, you said that she went berserk. I'm assuming by that you mean her lines went red?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, this is not good.
I thought she had just gone feral. She had talked about that she needed her mask to keep her from going into that state.
It's complicated. Her name... Long ago, her name was Ardeth Behalaf.
Well, she remembered the Ardeth part.
That's because we killed her.
I don't think he did a very good job. Squish kind of pokes her.
You say you killed her, but when she said where she had been. If only the professor had been here, he would have probably remembered.
May I ask?
She was found apparently in some ruins or something.
Yes. As you probably guessed, this woman and I are related. I am one of her... Well, I suppose your vernacular nephews would be more appropriate.
That's so.
I didn't catch that.
So I was just like, is that so?
Yes, the Behalaf family came here from the homeworld a long, long time, but this one was one of the first sent here. It was part of her sentence.
You make it sound like
So-
she was a criminal.
So you're telling us we were we were supposed to be her this plane?
Ardeth Behalaf was a mass murderer.
Could have fooled me.
This is difficult to explain, but did intact.
I'm sorry you went all robot on me.
Sorry. When she was found, her crystal, the one in her stomach, should have been damaged, correct?
Yes.
I don't know.
Possibly I mean, I think she said something about that. I'm not certain. After all, I'm a human carpenter, not an expert on your history.
She would have been left in... You say she was found in a tomb with her crystal damaged. That sounds like one of our executions.
Well, apparently it's not doing a very good job.
You don't understand. We did not kill the...
But that's
Is it-
not an execution.
But it is a waste of resources to kill a body when they're still useful. Our ancestors were not exactly the most empathic bunch. Instead, we wiped the mind. We killed personality. But we make a record of the person, their crime, what they did. That's why the crystal had the message warning you not to give it to her. You see, she resonated with the crystal. She sensed it was near, and it temporarily awoke a shred of what was left of her former personality.
Why was it even here to begin with if she was essentially an exile? Cut out again.
Convicted criminals were used. Sorry. We had to flee our homeworld a long time ago. We used criminals to test the portal first. She was one of the ones they sent through to this world.
But
Wipe the mind.
doesn't answer the question as to why you bothered to bring the crystal if it was gonna cause such trouble.
Because we carried out the execution in this world.
Oh.
Alright. Then I'm assuming that you attempted to get rid of the crystal some way. We found it shipwreckage.
Yes, this is not the true Foreclaimer city in this world. This is all that's left. I guess that time and fate decided our people were to die regardless. But yes, it was probably an artifact looted from the city.
Why not throw it into the deepest depth of the waters? Just doesn't make sense to me, to be honest. To not make it as inaccessible.
Because this is a historical record. Would you throw away your history?
Yes.
Suppose not, but there
You
are
have
some
a
things
point.
that are better left forgotten.
To be honest, we honestly never expected anyone to find her. I mean, it has been over 2,000 years. Most of that generation are dead already. In fact, I would be surprised if any of the original Foreclaimers survive.
Well, looks like one did pretty decently.
Yes, she was put into hibernation. The tomb she was found in would have been one of our suspended animation facilities.
Let's see. Well, is there anything you can do for her now? To remove those memories again?
The memories cannot grow back. That is not quite how it works.
The new
was
personality has to deal with the older.
Yes, I fear so. I do not know what kind of woman she has become since awakening, but now she knows exactly what she did. It's up to her
Wrong.
conscience.
You're saying she's more or less comatose then?
So she has to fight the bears in her dream.
Not quite. It's sort of a natural defense mechanism. After all, using these crystals is not without risks. But if you go to the city, you will be able to find a clear crystal. One of those clear crystals should be able to help.
Do you know where we can find such a crystal?
Yes, the island to the northeast. There should be the entrance to the old city there, but it has been abandoned for thousands of years by.
Squish like puts up her arm.
I'm sorry?
Squish like puts up her arm like a student in class.
Yes, what is it?
Why did you abandon the old city?
Because, put simply, there wasn't enough of us left. We just died out.
Oh.
Look, Squish. Look, it seems like there's maybe a few hundred in this city, and it's already looking rather, forgive me the word, quaint.
We are barely 200.
Well, to be honest, if they want us to go back to their old city, it would be nice to know if they abandoned it because there's like a big monster or something. I don't know.
There are
Is there a
no
big monster?
monsters there. There may be some of our old automated defense system, but nothing too dangerous.
Automated defense systems? You wouldn't happen to know how to, say, teach our young friend here how to disable them?
It should be... No, you should be able to... It shouldn't be a problem, but... you should be able to find a keystone within the ruins themselves.
Sorry, Anarchy, I was hoping I would give you something really cool to do.
Yeah.
Turn
We'll
the
find
things
something.
off.
We'll find
You'll have to do it the sneaky way.
You should be fine.
That's what they always say. That something weird happens.
I will warn you. There will be a large cavern. We call it the Broken God. It was the last great weapon built. It shouldn't be active. It was partially dismantled, but
How big is it?
Giant Mac Dragon?
He kind of looks at you as you say, but just goes, not far off. A goal, as I believe you call them. About 50 foot high.
Climbable.
Yes, climbable. I would not disturb it.
Aw.
Unless it has already been disturbed.
Yes, what should we
Oh,
do?
no. We made sure to disable it. It should not be active, but
But
it
if
is,
someone
let
had
it-
snuck in and re-abled it,
I would be surprised if they managed it, but there were floodgate systems installed that should enable you to completely submerge the city. If I'm honest, if I'm completely honest, I would appreciate it if you found and activated those systems regardless.
You
Makes
want
it
us to
impossible.
flood your city?
That way, looting will get very much harder.
That way, our technology cannot fall into the hands of those who would abuse it.
It is certainly something we can accomplish.
It would be appreciated. Well, if you're lucky, you might be able to find the Ark, but
The art?
I'm not quite sure how seaworthy it is.
What is this? Ark?
It was a vessel. We built it to carry us out of our city.
I mean, aside from a ship, it sounds like it's more than just a ship.
The Ark should have a small ark as well.
It's
not
a ship
full
with a
rig-
boat?
No, I think he means like an archive.
It is a ship, but the archive is built into it. It is
Yeah,
not
we only
a...
heard Ark because that's why Jurnis asked again. An
Yeah.
Ark with an Ark in it.
Yeah, it's an ark with an archive. Would
Squish thought you said
appreciate...
art. A-R-T. So Squish is now very confused.
Yes, there are paintings aboard. Probably.
I don't like paintings, they're boring. I like the shadow puppets.
Well, yes, like I say, the ark is yours to do with as you see fit.
Well, it would be yours. In a way.
If we are,
Rest assured, there has been no new Foreclaimers in the best part of 3 centuries.
well,
We've made sure of that.
How? What
As
do you
you know,
want
we-
to be?
it
What
ca-
do you want to be a race?
He indicates the point on his shirt, which exposes his crystal aperture. These are not naturally occurring organs. We must implant them. We modify ourselves with technology. That is how the Foreclaimers were born.
We are the Foreclaimers. Resistance is futile.
I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, but
And I'm sorry, that was the player talking bullshit.
I know.
Never mind the
But-
fact that you already went with the death of personality thing.
But yes,
Even though that was
We
only
have-
5.
we have had children. A few children in the last 100 years or so, but we did not implant them, we did not modify them. and we could not raise them ourselves.
So
So
send them to the surface.
exactly, it was what was best for all concerned.
Going to. Come on, high roll.
Okay, insight. I guess that's an insight. 1 second. Can you make it an insight, please, Samael? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he makes the connection.
Yeah. Yeah, you look at him, you realise he's come to the conclusion.
Those
his
are
ra-
Daddy Elves.
Yeah, those are this.
You broke off again there, Seph.
Those
Sorry.
are the progenitors of the elven race that we see up top.
Yeah, the progenitors of the elves you saw in the town. Those are Foreclaimers, but not
Modified.
to the same degree. Yeah, they're unmodified Foreclaimers, so they're
Technically, they're not claimers.
Ha ha ha.
the Foreclaimers are their
Foreclaimers.
ancestors. Yeah. Basically, we did what we thought was best for our children. With this generation.
I understand.
That's why we want the city to be flooded, made inaccessible.
So that your race can finally die without the threat of someone digging up your technology and doing it all over again.
Exactly. Can you imagine the chaos they could cause if they got their hands on something like one of our mechanical war beasts?
I know a few warlords who would be very much interested about.
That is why I am entrusting you with the Ark.
Mechanical warpies sound like a lot of fun.
The Ark is a powerful weapon in and of itself, but it is not as dangerous. In fact, the technology could help your future, but yes, I am entrusting you with our legacy.
Well, in a way, you're entrusting her with your legacy.
Yes, it is strange. One that we executed should be the last Foreclaimer, but fate plays such tricks with us, I suppose.
Squish is not smart enough to realize that entrusting their technology to us is a very bad idea.
Yeah.
Dr. Lugar will doubtless be accompanying you on your expedition.
Smarter choice, smarter choice.
Well, there's no one else really, because Ardeth's out of commission.
True.
She's the only expert in this kind of technology that we.
Exactly. So yes, I thank you all for agreeing to do this for us.
And you watch over your aunt while
We
we're
shall-
away.
We shall look after her. She has paid for her crimes. We do not wish to punish her further for something she did when she was someone else. And I think that might be a good place to leave it.
I was about to suggest this is a great place to stop it.
Yeah, sorry I didn't say much at
Yeah.
the end. You guys were clipping in and out like crazy for me.
Yeah. Few
Eh,
technical difficulties tonight.
Honestly, I think it's whenever you try to talk softly, it doesn't register you and cuts out.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
I have no idea what you mean by that.
By the way,
So
I'm drawing Anarchy in their fancy outfit right now.
nice.
I look forward to seeing it.
I'm not great at outfits, but I had fun. And that's
Yeah,
all that matters.
That's all that matters. So, play the game.
Play the game.
Anarchy stealthing her way around the party.
Yeah. Anarchy got some of the best moments this week.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I would like to accept this award with dignity and grace and a lot of laughing at the people who I stepped on to get here.
Okay, but who are Dignity and Grace? Are they friends of yours?
And
They're the
fumble of the game.
knives she used to backstab people.
I don't really know if we had a fumble. We?
Attempting to bath Squish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was less a fumble of the week. It's more of a struggle of the week.
I just want to point out too, Midnight is still wearing the bow tie and fez.
Yeah.
Anarchy's just wearing a rumpled, super nice robe.
Jeremiah switched back to his regular barbarian outfit.
Any theories, ideas for next week?
Well, certainly the golems are active.
I have a mild prediction that letting Anarchy loose in that ruin is going to be a terrible, terrible idea.
Letting me loose where?
In the ruin.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it
The
definitely
ruins.
would be.
So where do we get a harness and leash?
One of those
And-
child backpacks.
Any theories about your new friends you've made?
Well,
I'm not gonna
Asmodeus,
trust them
Devil did as a
completely.
devil.
Asmodeus does Asmodeus, and
His
but I
name
think
is
actually
too obvious. I think it's either probably an agent or someone impersonating him. I don't think it is directly Asmodeus.
Well, we shall have to see.
sometimes you hide in broad daylight. And his acquaintance, well, she's interesting.
Oh, we shall have to see. All I will say is, I've given you a nice little break this week.
Yes.
Which is why I didn't have to fall asleep. Because we all know I'm the lucky sleeper,
Yes.
as we figured out last Sunday.
That's okay.
It sounds like I'm dozing off, and suddenly the dice roll high.
Yeah. I had a really, I don't usually remember my dreams, but I actually had like I don't really have like nightmares, but any dreams I have that are scary are just kind of like, oh man, this is a scary dream, huh? So yeah, dude, I got my fingers bitten off in my dream last night. It was super weird.
Ooh, that's not good.
It's
It was
very
like by
random.
demon ghost children, demon zombie ghost children, and a cat. And I got 2 of my fingers bitten off.
No.
Straight up.
You shouldn't let Anarchy get too close to your fingers.
I am
Nightmare
Anarchy.
where
I'll do what I
hit a
want
kid
with my
with
fingers.
car.
All I'll say is, I'm warming up the level up stick for the next couple of weeks. So, I will leave. Let's just leave on that ominous note. So it's good night from Jeremiah.
Good night.
It's a good night from Samael.
Good night, everyone.
It's a good night from Squish.
No, Beth! No!
It's a good night from Anarchy.
Good night.
And it's a good night on behalf of our wonderful Holly, since she's not here right now. And
You
it's
all
a
have a
good night.
wonderful night.
And
Again,
it's a
sorry about the quality of my impersonation.
So
it's alright.
great to see all of you here. I don't know how he does that. How does he do that voice?
How she does it?
I'm not quite sure.
It's just softening up the palate a little bit.
just slightly.
It's a little bit going into. If you try to do an impression of Winnie the Pooh, and then you end up somewhere in that range, I think.
Oh boy.
I'm dummy.
Bother.
I can't do Winnie the Pooh either. I never really
Oh,
watched
wow.
Winnie the Pooh.
I'm
It's
so
just a
stuck.
Tigger movie.
I'm dummy thick. Jim, if you ever get a chance, just look up Jim Cummings' Harry Potter. They did with Maurice LaMarche and Rob Paulson. Winnie the Pooh as Voldemort.
Should I be concerned or like elated?
We also had Winnie the Pooh as the Emperor once, I believe.
Yeah, we did.
I saw that one. That one was funny.
But we're digressing. We should be saying good night.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
night.
So, your
Night.
DM... Yeah, good night, everyone.
Night.
So good morning.